Hey, welcome to Windows channel, and today we're going to explore the desktop. It might be something simple for a lot of people, but it does contain a lot of stuff that's worth going through. Now, if you come from Windows 7, one of the good news that you had is you jumped to Windows 10 and you noticed, hey, I've got a desktop. And it looks like my Windows 7 desktop. There's not that much difference. And it is true that it pretty much works and acts in the same way as the desktop on Windows 7. If you're on Windows 8, now Windows 8 by default at first, gave you that start screen with tiles, and it was kind of a mess and not that cool for a lot of people unless you had a touch device. I must admit, Windows 8 got it right for one thing. The touch screen for touch devices was fantastic. And you had a tile called, the desktop, which pretty much was a app running that was giving you what the desktop actually is like. So you could, of course, program your computer to start there and have a desktop all the time, and which pretty much everybody did. And as a tech guy, I would install Classic Shell pretty much on everybody's computer to make sure that they had a good old-fashioned desktop in Windows PC, basically. The desktop itself works in the same way pretty much as the older version. So if you right-click on your desktop, you have all the customization stuff. So you have, the way to view it, view icons or not. You can, just show or hide the icons in your screen. You, of course, have in the view the icons, small, medium, or large icons, auto arrange icons aligned to grid, and so on, depending on what you wanted to do in your computer. Of course, you could sort by name, size, item type, date. You, of course, could refresh. You had undo rename, so when you rename something. You could do new folders. You could, just choose whatever you want to do here. You had your display settings. So if, for example, you wanted to change screen resolution, it's still there. You just right-click and it brings you to that, little page where you've got the display. You've got all sorts of information about the display and how the screen is set. You can personalize, of course, which would bring you to the background picture, the colors, and so on. So, you can pretty much do what you did. There are some options that are missing or changed, of course, but for the most part, you can still customize your desktop pretty much as you want. You can still right-click a picture and say, just put it as a desktop background or wallpaper, which, is still options that are available there. You've got, of course, the taskbar at the bottom. And the taskbar has lots of information on it. First of all, it has on the left side the start menu. So when you click the start button, you get your start menu. That's where you can go to your apps, your programs. You can go to the settings. You can go to the file explorer and get, whatever file in different folders. You also have on the left side the search for Cortana. Now, I've changed my settings because I wanted to have Cortana just show up as a little icon and search when I click on it. But a lot of you have a big space here, which is the search, which is Cortana search, basically. So that's kind of a search button there. After that, you've got icons, which are quick access icons. Why do we have quick access icons? Because, for example, I have to click once here to go to Edge. But if I had it as a shortcut on the desktop, I would have to double click. So that's why it's called a quick access. It's first of all quick because you can just pin to the taskbar and have a very, very fast access when you want to open an app, but it also requires only one click to open instead of two. You also have on the right side all the icons of pretty much what everything that's running in your computer. So these are notification icons that will give you information about what's running, what's connected. Apps that are running in the background will often have an icon there. Antivirus will often put an icon and so on. But one of the major differences in this taskbar icon on the right side is the notification and action center area. When you click here, this is new in Windows 10. You did not have such an item or such a menu in your taskbar in older versions of Windows. So this is one of the things that you need to remember, because it's one of the central parts of Windows 10, knowing that your notifications brings the action center, brings also your different icons in the action center, so you can go to all settings, connect to Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, anything you might want is going to show up here. And it's very important to know that, because it's one of the icons. I actually use the notification center very, very, very often. It is central to a lot of settings, and it has the action center has the notifications area where your email can show up, calendar events, and so on, which is also a nice little feature. Apart from that, the rest is pretty much the same, including date and time on the right side. Of course, if you click on the date and time, you have this nice time and nice calendar that's pretty cool and very useful when you need to have a little calendar handy to check out. Apart from the rest, apart from the rest, you pretty much have the same things. If you right click on an icon, you can do pretty much what you want. You can send it to a folder. You can rename, you can delete, you can do pretty much anything you want on these icons, like you did before on any desktop. So you know what? I suggest that you explore your desktop. You check out the icons you have. Check out the different apps that are pinned in the taskbar on the left and on the right. Learn to know your computer. Unfortunately, as a tech guy, I noticed that a lot of my clients don't know their computers. And the reason they don't know their computers, they just don't take the time to go through, the different apps, programs, the desktop, seeing all the options in the desktop. Don't hesitate, you know what? Because it's how you'll learn, and it's how you're going to have a great computer experience. So check out your desktop and check out the different icons and what you have there. And basically, you'll have maybe less icons than me, or maybe more, depending on from what you upgraded. But it's worth just going through and checking out what these things are. If you enjoy my videos, why not subscribe to my channel? You'll be informed when new videos are online. If you have any comments, questions, anything you want to know about Windows, any problem you might have, why not ask away? We'll try to help you if we can, and maybe even make a video and help others at the same time. If you like our videos, give us thumbs up. Helps us in the ratings on YouTube. And hopefully you enjoy our videos, learning about Windows 10, and also having all sorts of news about technology. Thank you for following us, and hope to see you soon.